Mafia, the Mic Drop Mafia world. We are here, Steel City Live, Week 14, and welcome to the best podcast in America. We appreciate you for stopping through. Make sure you're beating the shit out of that like button for us here on Steel City Live. I'm your host, Jason. As always, like, share, subscribe, do all that good shit. If you're not watching it now, you can watch it later once it uploads, and you can be part of the conversation here daily on Mic Drop Sports. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate everybody. I'm going to bring up the chat here. Busy day, man. I feel like I've been in the car all day, running everybody everywhere. That's what Dad did all day today. What's up, Mike Miller, DJ in the house, TD, Joshua Shields, Big Dave, Elliott, Donald Loudenback, John Broadway. What is up? Mike Miller says, let's go Steelers. Nation beat the Cleveland Clowns on our turf. Amen. DJ Thomas, like, subscribe, and share to the best damn sports show and host in America, baby. Let's go Steelers. Thank you, DJ. TD. My man TD says, let's go Steelers Nation. Joshua Shields, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen of Steelers Nation. Big Dave says, let's go Steelers. Donald Loudenback says, I'm digging the show. Downtown John Broadway says, hey, Yins. What is up? Douglas Ball in the house. Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the strong arm of the law. Oh, what is up, Douglas? You got it fired up right here, bright and early into Steel City Live. Hey, mama. Oh, guys, it's just get it going. I want to feel the lint in my teeth, man. That's when you know it's cranking in Pittsburgh, baby. That's when you know it's cranking in Pittsburgh. When you got the lint flying from Myron Cope's terrible towel. Mike Miller. Yes, that's a good song. Yes, it is. I can't play it anymore, guys, on the show, though. It demonetizes my stuff. And I make pennies, so I can't afford it to be demonetized. So it demonetized my show because I played Renegade on one of them. So it just demonetized that episode. DJ Thomas, 34-17. Steelers over the Browns. Not sure why, but it just feels right. It does feel right, DJ. It does feel right. Your Pittsburgh Steelers are sitting 9-3 right now, ready to rock, ready and poised to go and take control of this AFC North division. They are right now sitting in a pretty nice spot. And reinforcements are coming to an already lethal defense. And I know many people sitting out there all week have told me, Jason, they gave up so many points in Cincinnati. Oh, they look bad in Cincinnati at times. That defense worries me. Don't let it worry you. Reinforcements are coming for the Pittsburgh Steelers on an already lethal defensive unit for your favorite team. And when you get guys back that play significant roles like an Alex Highsmith, like a Montravius Adams, believe it or not, what he is going to be able to allow that defensive front to do just because of the depth that he is bringing back to that defensive front is special, guys. When you have Cameron Hayward playing lights out like he's 25 years old, rejuvenated all of a sudden, young all of a sudden, big Cam back. Cam Hayward is on a fucking mission. He is on a mission to end his career with the Lombardi Trophy. How about a couple of them? Cam Hayward is serious about this season, my friends. And when you provide depth along that defensive front, bringing guys back like Mon Adams from injury, from that knee injury, that's when things start to become special, because remember what we always say here on the channel, depth. That's all that matters, man. Depth is key late in the year. When everybody's beat up and you're still relatively healthy, you got a lot of depth, you got a lot of bodies to be able to keep yourself fresh throughout this playoff run. And yes, right now, it's the playoff run right now. This is the playoffs, baby. It's the playoffs right now. This is when it started. It started 2 weeks ago with that loss to Cleveland. That's when the playoffs started for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's keep going. James Bauman in the house. Want to see TJ Watt ball out and show Garrett who's better? I think TJ did that last week too. I do, and I think you're going to get to see that, James. I think your wish will come true, my friend. I think you will see TJ Watt have one of those days. And let's not forget a young Nick Herbig. Let's not forget a, healthy Alex Highsmith? Ooh, baby. Oh, then I forgot about who? Preston Smith. That outside backer room all of a sudden looks real nasty. And if I was an opposing quarterback, all of a sudden I'd get real leery about it because these guys are about to start mixing shit up. They're about to start moving all over the place. They're about to start playing a brand of football that we talked about in the summer, right here on Steel City Live, when we told you they had the athletes in place. And this was without Preston Smith. This was without that guy. Now you add him to the fold. The athleticism, the size, the speed, the technique. It's dangerous, guys. It's absolutely dangerous, man. Thank you, David. Best damn show in the world. Keep it up. Appreciate you, Big Dave. Downtown John Broadway. How many of yous want this game to kick arse? Put up them likes and say hells freaking yeah. Absolutely, man. Double tap that screen for us here on Steel City Live. Give us that like. Send us out into the YouTube algorithm. And if you're a fan of another team, feel free. Go ahead, comment, like, join the conversation. We want other fans from other teams in here. We want to hear your perspective on things, especially when we're playing you that week. Mike Miller, Steelers Nation, let's go. 42-17 from Big Mike Miller with the big score prediction. We're going to take the official score predictions, guys. I don't have this tablet's all filled up, so we'll do that tomorrow night, but I'll try to remember some of them. Dave Elliott says 46-24 Steelers win. You guys are flying high with Big Russell Wilson and what he was able to do in terms of dissecting that Cincinnati Bengals horrible defense. But that's what you expect from that offense for the Steelers. When you're playing a shitty defense like the Cincinnati Bengals, you expect it. And that's what you want to see. You expect it. And like Mike Tomlin was telling Nick Herbig, don't act like it was a surprise. Don't act like it's a one-off. It's what you're built to do, baby. It's expected. Hey, got to get fired up here in week 14. This is when shit matters, baby. We haven't had shit like this matter like this in week 14, where you've had the chance to become the AFC North champs, when you've had the chance to become a top 3 seed inside of the AFC Conference playoffs, when you've had a chance to beat absolutely everybody in the NFL any given damn Sunday. The Pittsburgh Steelers have that chance right now. Downtown said, we are going to win as the Ratbirds are going to start their early vacation to play golf and watch us playing in the playoffs. And they're going to watch us playing in the Super Bowl and watch us hoist that sticky Lombardi trophy and do those snow angels in that confetti, baby. That's what it's all about. Wins, winning championships. And that is what it is about when you walk inside of that Pittsburgh Steelers building. That is what it is all about when you talk to fans in Steelers Nation. It is all about Lombardi trophies. It is all about collecting playoff wins. And yes, it's been dismal here for a little bit. But you know what? It could be worse. And here we are sitting back with another opportunity to collect another trophy for that trophy case, to add to the legacy, to add to the history of your Pittsburgh Steelers, man. How exciting is that? Can't you feel it? Aren't you excited? Aren't you so pumped up? Isn't your blood boiling out? Just flipping out, going crazy, man. I can feel it. DJ Thomas. Did we trade Kenny Pickett for a draft pick that got Peyton Wilson? If so, he has 2 TDs this season, which is 2 more than Kenny. Go Steelers. Peyton has 1 TD. But yes, that draft pick was used for that, DJ. You are correct, my friend. That draft pick was used to get Peyton Wilson. That was that extra 3rd-round pick Look who they picked in the third round. Peyton Wilson and Roman Wilson. They picked the two Wilsons. You will see Roman Wilson. His story isn't finished yet in Pittsburgh, guys. Be excited about that young man next season when he has it all together. Be excited about what that young man can bring for, I'll say it, Russell Wilson and that Pittsburgh Steelers offense in 2025. Well, we're not looking that far ahead. James Bauman also looking forward to Trice coming back. Ah, yes, my friend. Big avatar himself, Corey Trice. Roll the fucking dice with Corey Trice, baby. I look for Corey Trice to have a big back half here once he gets back onto the football field. I don't know what it is. It's like DJ said earlier. I just got a feeling. Ooh, baby. Daniel Warman. Hey, Jason, going to work, my friend. My score predictions, 38-17 Steelers. Bless you all. Well, Daniel, have a good night at work, man. Good to see you back in the chat. Hope you're healed up there from that Bengals beatdown. It was a good game, though, nonetheless. Glad to see you, my friend. Donald Loudenback. All I want for Christmas is for Dan Moore to handle his shit against Myles Garrett. He typically does, Donald. Yes, and I agree. He had a little bit of trouble last week. Or last time they played him a couple weeks ago now. But he typically owns Myles Garrett. And I'm not worried. Myles gets one here and there. Okay, sure. He's a big dude. He should do that. But Myles Garrett isn't that juggernaut that everybody thinks he is. Joshua Shields, 41-16 Steelers win. Joshua Shields, here we go. Steelers! 7th ring, baby, Super Bowl. Let's go, Steelers Nation. The man, do you think Larry will win Walter Payton Man of the Year? Larry Ogunjobi? Maybe. It was really nice to see Big Cam Hayward win it last year. What a special thing for a guy that does so much in the community. So if another Steeler does win that, hopefully, is that the nomination, the man? Is that who they nominated? The team nominates that. So if that's the case, I'm pulling for Larry. And guys, when they open the voting for those types of awards, like the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, and if there is a Steeler in there that you really feel like does a great job in the community, make sure you go on there. You can vote as many times as you want, I believe. I thought I did last year, if I remember correctly. So go on there, man. I know I loaded up some votes, if I remember right, for Cam Hayward. DJ Thomas, I thought he had a pick six and a fumble recovery for a TD. No, just a fumble recovery for a TD. No pick six. I remember, I think maybe what put that in your head, DJ, is Sunday before the game, before he had his fumble recovery for a touchdown, I said to you all, Peyton Wilson will score, and it's going to be a pick six. He's going to undercut a Joe Burrow pass to T. Higgins, and he's going to take it to the house for a pick six. That's what I thought was going to happen. I thought that he was going to score, and he did score, just not in the way that I thought. Maybe that's what put that in your head, because I had said that last Sunday. The man, yes, today. Oh, okay, thank you, the man. I appreciate that, bro. So if Larry Ogunjobi's the nominee, guys, we got to get out there and we got to vote. We got to vote. As soon as you have the opportunity to vote for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, that would be very, very cool to have another Pittsburgh Steeler 2 consecutive years winning that prestigious award that means so much to the community in the city of Pittsburgh. Donald Louderback, keep moving TJ around. Yeah, you got to, baby. You got to. We talked about that all summer long. That was one of our talking points all summer. We kept beating it. I kept saying to you guys, and again, it made me sick. I said it so much. I said, you got to move TJ. You got to move these guys around. You got to bring packages in. Where do you have Nick Herbig in there or Preston Smith now in there with Alex and TJ? Allow those exotic looks, man, to take place. That's what you got to do. It would make this defense go to a different level. It would put them in a different stratosphere, my friends. Has an INT but no pick six. That's from James Robert Road. I am looking forward to Adams making the rush defense much more stout. Absolutely. Robert Road brings up Mon Adams, and I agree. He is going to make a difference. Why? Because he's a true nose type player. And you don't have that right now. Keanu Benton playing the nose is out of position a little bit. He's a little bit undersized for that. His speed works a little bit better as a defensive tackle. You're not going to typically have, several of those guys out there at one time. You're going to have Larry and Keanu, or Larry and Cam and Keanu. Those are the mix-ups there. The pairings that they put out there. But you're going to see Mon Adams get in there, and he's more of a true nose. And that, too, guys, is also, again, what did I say? Give Cam Hayward a little bit extra rest, allow him to stay fresh because he's playing oh so well. You want to preserve that. You want to keep that going. And, man, is that exciting, just like Robert said, to have a guy like Mon Adams back in the lineup. All right, guys, I need a drink. We are 15 minutes into Steel City Live, and I need to see that like button climbing. Let's double tap that screen. Let's get those likes. Let's send this show out into the world of the YouTube algorithm here in the Shorts feed, and send us out there to everybody. We hit 3,700 subscribers last night. 3,701, I think, was the last time I looked. So thank you all so much for that, and welcome to the new subscribers. And let's now hit that 4,000 mark and continue to build here as we take our march toward the Super Bowl. By the time the Super Bowl happens, when that Pittsburgh Steelers team runs out of the tunnel in the Super Bowl, I want to have 10,000 subs on this channel. That's what we want. That's our goal. Donald says, feeling good about Queen covering Njoku. I don't feel good about anybody covering him. He's a monster. Yeah, but man, Queen's playing good though, Donald. No doubt about it, brother. So whoever Queen is on, whatever Queen's assignment is, I think he'll do a stand-up, bang-up job as usual. He's really turned it on here. And he said to the team, and this is out of his mouth, and there's video of it on YouTube, and you could probably find it somewhere. I think it was in the last Standard show that they had put out on their page. He said, once this bye week's over, I'm coming. I'm ready. I'm comfortable. I'm going to make some waves. He said it. And what has he done? Nothing but make plays everywhere, leading this team in tackles. Patrick Queen. And who else is right behind him? Deshaun Elliott. Elliott is still my favorite offseason signing. Yeah, he was mine too. He was mine in the offseason. He's mine now. I still think he was the best. He has been so impactful, man. So impactful. If you look at the combination of everything in terms of his signing, financial, position, the impact. I just think if you look at the overall picture of what Deshaun Elliott has brought to the Steelers team, it's second to none. It is second to none for the value, for the money, for what they did to get him. It was awesome. Thank God they brought him in. The man, what do you think it will take for us to make the Super Bowl in the playoffs? I think it will take this, the man. Continue to grow each week. And that is what you've seen this team do. You've seen this team each and every week do what, guys? Find new ways to win. Grow inside their offensive system. Grow defensively. And what do they have that doesn't shoot them in the foot that we've talked about, that right now has hurt the Baltimore Ravens in a major way? And that is great special teams play right now from Chris Boswell and company, and Danny Smith, and that unit has played lights out. Other than that dropped pass on the fake punt by James Pierre, this special teams group couldn't play any better than they have so far. And that has meant so much. Again, look at what it's cost the Baltimore Ravens. It's cost them a couple games for sure. For sure. It killed them against the Eagles. Why? Every time they were about to take the lead, every time they were going to extend a lead if they had one there early, they weren't able to do it because the special teams shot them in the damn foot. and it's big, and it plays a key role, guys. And until it bites you, no one pays a lick of attention to it. And it's a forgotten thing in the game. Everybody's like, oh, it is what it is. Great. Yeah, we're going to get a field goal. Okay. Yeah, that ain't automatic as it once was. These guys can block kicks. These guys, get in their heads sometimes. It's not just automatic. And if your special teams unit isn't, out there getting extra points on a consistent basis, like you saw Justin Tucker missing them against the Eagles, it kills you, man. It kills you. It kills your momentum. Here we go. Steelers. Where do we go? But yeah, I'm still trying to answer your question. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked there. What it's going to take again is that growth, but it's going to take that steady presence also from Russell Wilson, guys. Yeah, that's what that veteran leadership offensively has to remain there, remain steady, never be wavering, never shaken. Continued, just steady, calm demeanor from Russell Wilson. That has to be in place. And Cam Hayward, we need that to continue, guys. I don't know if everybody realizes how valuable his 50 tackles are right now. His sacks that he has right now, the pressure that he puts on the quarterback, the pressure that he puts on the run game, the pressure that he puts when he bats down passes and creates turnovers. What Cam Hayward is providing right now is so, so very important. And if you can continue to get that type of production out of Cam Hayward, that type of production out of that defensive front as a whole, and when you got a fully healthy outside linebacker room that was the strength to start with, that's special. That's special. And I think if the Steelers continue with those things, those little intricacies that they have going on right now, I think you'll see this Steelers team be able to beat anybody. Because why? The weather's getting cold. The weather's getting nasty. And you got to be able to play smash mouth brand of football. And the Steelers can play that game, baby. And don't dare put them indoors. They can play the shootout game too. They can do that too, baby. Woo! Shit! It's Steel City Live, man. No bullshit up in here. It's Steel fucking City Live. Is this the week Minka lays out one of the poop stains? Yeah, Minka's making waves, man. Minka's not playing as bad as a lot of people want to lead on. People want to say Minka, just because he's not having those splash plays isn't contributing, but he's a major contributor to this offense. I think he's the fourth leading tackler, third leading tackler on this football team right now. It's Patrick Queen, Deshaun Elliott, Minka Fitzpatrick, and Cam Hayward, I believe. So, yeah, definitely he's been there. I would like to see him lay a couple of those boys out and put them down. I'd like to see that shit. This is football, baby. Let's go. It's December football, baby. It's competitive December football, ladies and gentlemen. December football, man. I don't know how your heart ain't pounding out of your chest. I don't know how. I can't wait until Sunday. I literally cannot wait. And I have youth basketball games and practices I got to coach, and all I can think about is the Pittsburgh fucking Steelers. Here we go. From Mike, Donald Loudermilk. I want the Steelers to send a message to the rest of the league. And I think they actually have, Donald. I think that game in Cincinnati showed teams in this league what this Pittsburgh Steelers team is all about. What they are all about. Let's just say this, too. If you look at that Cincinnati game, rewind it back, watch it again, and you look at the defensive performance. Couple touchdowns were late, kind of garbage time, 2-minute drill type shit. That happens. A pick six at the beginning of the game. You wipe out garbage time and you wipe out the pick six. The Steelers defense played a dominant football game. A dominant football game. Causing turnovers. 3, right? 3 turnovers, I believe. What did we say was going to be the X factor in that game? Which defense can turn the ball over a couple times? That was it. That's how razor thin the margins are in the NFL. All right, guys, double tap that screen for us here on Steel City Live. I appreciate it so very, very much. Let's continue. Robert Road. Elliott is everything that the Steelers thought Edmonds would be when they used the first-round pick on him. They better extend him a couple years after the season to keep him from free agency in 2026. It wouldn't hurt, Robert, and I think you're exactly right. That's what they've been looking for. That is exactly what they've been looking for. And especially since they brought Minkah Fitzpatrick in. They wanted a guy that does the dirty work, a guy that can get down and loves to play in the box, a guy that likes to hit, a guy that likes to do, again, the dirty work. And Deshaun thrives in that dirty work, baby. And that is exactly what the Steelers have been looking for. You are spot on, Robert. Miss Pittsburgh in the house. Wave that terrible towel for Miss Pittsburgh. Appreciate it. David Elliott says a Pennsylvania Super Bowl. Hey, never know. This could be the year for one. It could be. Could very well be. I don't know if anybody can beat the Lions, man. That's my worry. Downtown John Broadway. Here we go, Miss Pittsburgh. Donald Loudenback. You know what is scary about this team? They still haven't played a complete game. Offense, defense, and special teams, it's an unbeatable combo. I think they've played complimentary football, but I think you're right. I don't think they've played a complete game. I think you're absolutely right, actually, Donald. Now that you brought it up and I'm thinking about it. I think, again, they've played complimentary football, but they haven't played that complete, wholehearted, all three phases, clicking, firing, running on all cylinders for 4 quarters. No, they haven't played that game yet, and that is very, very scary. All right. I need to see those likes going up. Make sure you're double tapping that screen for us here on Steel City Live. I need that like button to start lighting up for us here on Steel City Live. I'm your host, Jason. As always, we are here daily, here on our daily live stream, and we like to call it Steel City Live. And caution, alert, flag on the play. The Steelers have reinforcements coming for defense, and it's special. It's just so special. Let me get my flag. James Bauman, do you think Pickens can keep himself under control and under Porter penalties? I say 2. I ain't worried about the Porter penalties, James. And I say that why? I say that because I want him to be ultra physical. I want him to be lethal off the line of scrimmage. Now, I think the penalties will lessen over time. I do. I think he'll have games where he has a bunch and games where he doesn't. I think your over and under on penalties is probably correct. I'd say 1 or 2 penalties, so you'll probably see from Joey. But however, I want him to continue to play that physical brand of football because I think that's how you beat a lot of these teams. And let me talk about why I think that that's how you beat a lot of these teams. And I think Mike Tomlin is on to something because I think he was alluding to this. How you beat these high-flying, acrobatic offensive units with tons of wide receiver talent, tons of just athletic freaks on them in a league that is completely driven by offensive football, that the league wants offenses to score. That's all they want them to do. The rules are designed as such. But what are we looking for and how to beat that? And what I think beats and counteracts some of this shit is what? Tight press man coverage on the edges out there by your big, tall cornerbacks. Why do you think they brought in guys like Corey Trice, Joey Porter Jr.? They want that big physical nature out on the edges. And they want to really pin those guys down in that first 5 yards. They want to really cause disruption off the line of scrimmage. And that does what, guys? It disrupts timing and rhythm, and that allows you to hopefully get pressure on the quarterback and force them into mistakes. That is the formula. That is the simple formula. Tight press man coverage on the edges. Good, deep pass rushes. And you can defeat these high-flying offenses. That's what you got to do. Yes, sir. Let's go, John. It's Pittsburgh. Detroit Lions is playing right now, and they are trying to whoop up on the Green Bay Packers, and they are playing in Detroit. Well, let us know the score there, Miss P. Donald Loudenberg, brother Jason. I'm 64, and you're getting me so hyped, I won't need to take my blue pill. That's good, bro. That's a good one, bro. Hey, you don't got a pulse if you ain't hype right now for December football, baby. December fucking football. Holy crap. Can you guys believe it? That it's December football. Meaningful December football. I can't get it out of my head. I cannot. John Broadway. Downtown John Broadway. I think that Mount Washington is going to get a touchdown. Pittsburgh style. He's due. He's due, baby. He hasn't had one since Denver, I do believe. So, yeah, he's due, baby. He's due, baby. I'd like to see a big tight end game where we see 2-3 freaking scores from our boys in the tight end room. Pat Fryermuth, Mount Washington. I'd even like to see a young Connor Hayward get a tutty. DJ Thomas, what if Russ had to beat the Broncos in the championship and play the Seahawks in the Super Bowl? Long shot, but it would be absolutely nuts. It would be. And honestly, I don't know if it could happen. Yeah, it is a long shot, DJ, but that would be super cool. That would be super, super cool. I can't even go through the scenarios to figure out how it would happen. Robert Rowe, Detroit has 13 defensive players on injured reserve this year. 7-0 Lions early, but Green Bay will win tonight. Lions need to beat the Bills next week and still play the Vikings one more time. Yeah, that'd be nice, man. I would like to see the Bills catch a L. I want to see the Chiefs catch an L too, man. I just want the Steelers to have a little bit of a level playing field going into this Chiefs game in terms of seeding to where I want the Steelers to do well enough here to not have to go on the road to Kansas City or Buffalo right away in the playoff. I don't want to see that. And I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't want to see that early. What you need in the playoffs, guys, and this goes for NFC, AFC, whatever, you got to be able to get a game or two to build momentum, man. You need that one game in the first round to really get your wheels turning, man, to get your rhythm. The playoffs are a different animal. When that playoff bell rings and you're going into that heavyweight fight and everything's on the line and nothing else matters but a win, it's real life football, man. It's hard-nosed, tough football. And again, I feel like AFC North teams are battle-tested and they are more ready for playoff-style football than other teams, just considering the amount of competition inside of the division and the way these teams play each other. So, yeah, you gotta get that rhythm though, baby. Whoo, shit. I'm getting out of breath already here, 33 minutes in. I need that like button to start cranking up, man. We've been stuck on 15 for a couple minutes here now. That ain't working out. We need to share the show. Hit that share button on the show. Hop back in the chat. Share it to all your social medias. I truly, truly appreciate it. Make sure you double tap the screen to get that like. If not, there's 3 little white dots in the upper right-hand corner of your screen you can touch, and that brings down the like button also. All right. Remember the song called Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow? Uh-huh. Yeah. You know what it is. Yes, I do remember that song, Mike. 19 more days until Christmas. Well, ho, 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 baby. James Bauman. Hopefully Jones keeps improving like he has the last 3 weeks or so. I think he's taking strides. You don't hear his name as much in people's mouth, man. And again, guys, it takes offensive linemen 3 years. It's just what it is. It's very rare that offensive linemen are studs from the get-go. It's very rare. And Broderick had a good first year. He's had a little bit of a stumble here. Yes, he has. But I think he's earning his playing time right now. And I think he's showing you why he can be a franchise left or right tackle. I think he's showing you that. What about this, guys? Let's talk about this scenario. And I don't like to think too far ahead, but if you're the Steelers, What about this if you're building this offensive line, if you're the Steelers? You like Mason McCormick. I do. He's a starter here in 2024 as a rook. You like Zach Frazier. He's going to be the anchor. He's the best fucking center in the draft. They got the best center in the draft. They picked the best center inside of the 2024 NFL draft from WVU, the Phenom, Zach Frazier. Plays great. Gonna be an anchor. Gonna be the guy. What about this? Troy Fautanu. Little shorter than you would like maybe for your tackles. Maybe you move Troy Fautanu to left guard. Thoughts? Put Troy Fautanu at left guard. Mason McCormick at right guard. Broderick Jones as your right tackle. And dare I say this, Dan Moore Jr. as your left tackle. You re-sign him, bring him back, and call it a day, baby. That is a young, studded offensive line. That can do what? Gel, play together, time to play together before all these contracts become exuberant? Yes, my friends. That might just be the plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ravens on a bye. We could be sitting 3 games up. Yeah, Ravens are on a bye for sure. Let's look at that real quick here. Let's take a deep dive into the AFC North standings as we sit right now, my friends. The Pittsburgh Steelers sit 9-3 atop of the AFC North division. Excuse me. The Baltimore Ravens sit 8-5 behind the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's 1 game in the win column behind them, but 2 games in the loss column behind the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cincinnati sitting 4-8. Basically, all hope is lost. The Cleveland Browns will not make the playoffs. They are absolute dog shit, horrible. They may beat another game or win another game or 2 because of Jameis Winston, and I like him. But the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, yes. The Baltimore Ravens on that bye. The Steelers get to 10-3 this week. That puts a lot of pressure on the Baltimore Ravens, guys. A lot of pressure. And what happens to Lamar Jackson in big games? I don't care if it's in Baltimore. Who gives a shit? Baltimore sucks ass. The city sucks ass too. But Lamar folds. Lamar Jackson folds, baby. Folds like a fucking bag of chips, like you're crumbling up a bag of chips. He folds when those big games happen. And what do the Steelers need to do? They need to win Sunday, take care of business, get to 10 wins. Then you go in and you beat the Ravens for the second time. That's the division. That's game, set, match. That's it. I don't care if the Steelers lose every game for the rest of the season. They win the AFC fucking North, baby. Boom! That's how it rolls. All right, guys, we got to get those likes up. 15 ain't cutting it here on Steel City Live. Double tap that screen, hit that like button for us here on Steel City Live. I'm your host, Jason, as always. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget Sunday, pregame, postgame. I'll be joined by your boy from Hawaii, the Hawaiian Stallion. No, that don't sound right. I'm trying to think of a good nickname for Sean. I've been trying to think of it. So I got to let some stuff roll off the tongue, try to find something. All right, guys, let me get back to the chat. I feel like I'm just babbling. All right, they need to stop putting in Fields because the defense knows he will run. Yeah, hopefully he'll throw it, though, one of those times. The big bomb to Calvin or a big bomb to GP. Or, dare I say it, a rip up the fucking seam to Pat Freiermuth or big Darnell Washington or somebody you're not even expecting, like a Connor Hayward. What about that? What about a fake run pass option? You fake the run to the left to a Jalen Warren. You're Justin. You tuck the ball like you're going to run to the right. You take a couple steps. You sell that fake. You toss it back across the field to Jalen Warren. Might work. Just saying. There's some things that might be in the works. And I don't like it either. I don't like the basic shit they've been doing with Justin. But could it all be just for that one moment when they need something so bad, need a spark so bad, and they bring Justin in for that short yardage situation and they do something exotic like that? Could it be? Could they be just setting it up for that? Maybe. Rubber Road, I don't fear the Chiefs as much as I do the refs. The Bills are better than the Chiefs this year. Yeah, I think the Bills are head and shoulders above the Chiefs this year. I definitely do. And I fear the refs every week because they can control the outcomes of games, and they do control the outcomes of games. Dan Mazzola, here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Donald Loudenback, the man, knowing he's going to run and catching him are two different things. Yeah, but they've been catching him, Donald. That's the thing. I've liked Justin this whole season, though. I can't beat Justin up. I have. Justin rose to the occasion, guys. He did. Let's keep going. Hey, guys, let's double tap that screen. Just double tap it one time for me if you haven't already. Give me that like. Give your creators a like. It's free. It's easy. It's what needs to be done. Come on now. Hook a brother up. Thank you for that like, whoever you were. James Bauman, oh damn, you're giving me nightmares, Dan Moore Jr. Don't be. He's played really well this year. James. He has. Mike Miller says, Sean was a cool and wonderful guy. Let's go Steelers Nation. He is a cool and wonderful guy. He's not in the past tense just yet, Mike Miller. DJ Thomas, Lamar loves pressure. Yeah, he loves pressure. Yeah, I was going to say something nasty, but I don't want to be vulgar. We need this win. Yeah, we need 10-3, man. 10-3 would be nice, Mike. DJ Thomas, do you think if the Steelers pulled off a 1 seed in the bye week for the playoffs, benefits them or keeps them hot and playing weekly thoughts? DJ, I'm so torn on this. I'm so torn because I think it depends on a couple factors. I think it depends on your overall team health. And I think it also depends on your overall team depth. And I think that those two factors really play into whether you have to have a bye or not. You know what I mean? Because there's some teams that are just so beat up come the first round that they need that extra week. They need that rest. They have to be able to recoup. They have to get some people healthy. They don't have the depth that's needed, and it just ruins their playoffs. Because that team, if they had had a bye, might have done really big things because they were really good, but they were just beat up, man. They couldn't stay healthy enough. Then, there's the other thing. What if the Steelers are on a roll and you don't want to disrupt the rhythm, but yet they're healthy? They have the depth because they've brought in extra players. They've gotten guys healthy. The depth has been good enough for them to keep people healthy. And you don't want to disrupt that. That's the other side to the picture. I'm really torn on it. I got to say, I think it's best to have the bye if I had to definitively pick one. And I say that just because of health reasons. And you want guys to be healthy. And I will say this. Tomlin, coming out of a bye, typically plays really well. So you might not be as concerned. So, and again, too, it's going to depend on which team that is. How does that coach prepare that team? I just think it's such a coin flip. But again, if I had to pick one, I'd say bye week. And I think it does help, but the other way helps also. Donald Loudenback, Jason, keep in mind that teams that are making a playoff push at the end of the season rest players. I do keep that in mind. Absolutely, Donald. You are 1,000% correct. But here's the thing. Are the Chiefs going to rest Patrick Mahomes and their guys if the Steelers beat them and overtake them for the number 2 seed? Do you think that that's something they would do? Probably not. Yeah, it's just so dependent on scenario, man, whether or not they'll play their key players or not, these big teams. Now, Philly, you might catch Philly at a really good time. Philly is 11-2 right now. I believe 10-2, 11-2. They're cruising. They're, pretty much locked in here. And by the time the Steelers play them, it might not matter one way or another for them whether or not they play their Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, their big name guys, and the Steelers might get a freebie win there. That might get the Steelers their 13th win of the season. The Steelers might go 13-4 if that's the case. Just saying. And that might be, which probably will be good enough to be at least the 2 seed, in my opinion, in the AFC Conference. Robert Road, if a healthy Troy, who is just over 6'3", but with really long arms, is considered the best tackle talent-wise on the Steelers roster, he will stay at tackle if Jones is starting. Moore is gone for the money. Yeah, I could see that too. I think that it's not going to happen that way. That's just the way I think. I think that they're going to be willing to pay more. And I say this because you're not going to pay top dollar for him. You're not going to have to because he's not a top dollar talent right now. But he's played well enough that you could be comfortable with getting rid of salaries like guys like, James Daniels. We know he's going to walk because he's injured right now and the Steelers aren't going to pay him again. So you're going to have Mason McCormick there. Isaiah Loudermilk has one more year left on his deal. If you wanted to, you could lose that salary, but the Steelers really like his veteran presence, his leadership. I can see it going that way too, Robert. Just in my heart of hearts, I just feel like that change, that swing of this offensive line is going to be a very drastic one, and I think it might play similar to what I was saying, but definitely Troy could be the guy, any of them could, really. Again, it takes 3 years to really see what an offensive lineman has. And next year, you'll be in year 3 of Broderick Jones. What does that bring? How does Broderick continue to play throughout this season? How does Dan Moore Jr. play? Do the Steelers want to pay that money? Like you said, do they want to not fork over that cash for a guy like Dan Moore Jr.? Does Broderick play so well that they are comfortable now switching him to the franchise left tackle or giving Troy Fautanu that chance, and keeping Mason McCormick, Zach Frazier, and then just riding another year with Isaac Seumalo? There are many options, and that is what I think the true value in this whole thing is for the Steelers along this offensive line group, is that there are so many options, even right now with the injured players, James Daniels, Herbig, Troy, even with that, you still have options here, and I think it's exciting going into 2025 to really realize those options. All right, guys, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Last night I wanted to congratulate you guys on last night's show. We had, I believe, 60 likes on the live stream. That's super good, man. That's definitely way above average for most shows that I watch. That was awesome. You guys definitely lit up the like button. That was really, really cool. So I appreciate that. Last time I looked, I think we were at like 57 or something on it. And I know it was more than that by the time. That was early this morning. I just looked to see what it was. What we had, but that was awesome. I wanted to say thank you for that, guys. Tonight's a little bit slower. Guys, our sweet spot time, and I got to start just getting it to 7 p.m., 7:15. That's our sweet spot right there. But I have so much shit to do. It makes it hard because, again, I have basketball practice for youth basketball on Fridays till 7 p.m. My wife doesn't drive in the snow, so anytime she has to go to work, I have to go and take her if it snows or a threat of snow. So that throws things off. My son works, so I got to run him around usually. I do work, so, it's just a lot. Whoever took that like back, make sure you double tap the screen again because you took your like off. Put that like back up there. Why do you dislike the show? This is the best damn sports show in America. It's still fucking City Live, baby. No bullshit. Sorry, I'm just pumped up, man. Again, it's December football. The Mad Hawaiian. I like that one. That one rolls off the tongue. Introducing from Hawaii, Sean, the Mad Hawaiian. That sounds all right. I like that. Mike Miller, what about Russell Wilson throwing a good football to Mike Williams like we did at the Washington Commanders? What a catch, and also a good touchdown. Yeah, man. I think you're going to see a lot of those good footballs, Mike Miller. I think you're going to see a lot of those. Robert Rowe, Tomlin is 9-1 after Thursday games. Oh, that's a good statistic. I like that stat. I do like that one, baby, because he sucks on Thursday. Donald Loudenback, you know what is kick ass? Is the Washington franchise going back to being called the Redskins? That is so. Yes. I'm happy. I'm so happy. The Washington Redskins is what it always should be. This woke bullshit in this world, man, gets me fucking fired up, man. I can't even deny it. I can't hide it anymore. I can't sit here and try to always be politically correct. This woke, ultra-sensitive bullshit drives me up a fucking wall. It does. It drives me up a wall. We don't need feelings police, man. We don't need to be offended about everything. We are all here in this country. We all love sport. We all like to have fun. We all like to jack around. Just love one another. Who gives a shit about all the other bullshit? Don't be ultra sensitive if somebody hurts your feelings. Who gives a shit? I hate it, man. It just bugs me. Double tap that screen for us here on Steel City Live. I'm your host, Jason. Let's keep rolling through the chat. Let's keep going. DJ Thomas in the chat says the NFL hates the Steelers. Ravens have on Sunday Ravens have 0 on Sunday and the Chiefs on a Wednesday, a.k.a. Christmas. If the Steelers win both, there's no way they can say the Steelers aren't the team to beat. Yeah, definitely, DJ. If you see the Steelers do those things, win those significant matchups, win those consecutive games, man, does that become really, really special. And this team really, the stock rises. Oh, hold on, guys. We got a super chat from Little Yaya. How do you feel about another year of Arthur Smith or Eric Bieniemy? And do you want Justin Fields or Russ back next season? Thank you, Little Yaya, for the super chat. That is much appreciated, my friends. Thank you again. My thoughts about Arthur Smith: he will remain a Pittsburgh Steelers offensive coordinator in 2025. He signed a 3-year deal. I think you're going to get 2 of them for sure. Pretty much guaranteed. And honestly, Arthur Smith is the right guy for the job right now. He loves Pittsburgh. He loves working with Mike. It just fits right now. Let it get going for a couple more years, and I really think he'll be back. Definitely. I don't think. I know. I know he'll be back in 2024. Unless some head coaching job comes up that he can't refuse. But I just don't see that happening. He just spent a long time in Atlanta doing that shit and didn't work out. He probably just wants to reset. You know what I mean? Let me get back to the rest of your question. As far as do you want Justin Fields or Russ back next season? I would like them both. And I think that can be done, and I know some people don't think so. But Russell Wilson would be more on my top of the priority list if I were to be making that decision as the Pittsburgh Steelers general manager. Why? Because Russ has changed this Steelers franchise. He has turned this franchise back into a real life contender. And there's a reason for that. His veteran leadership, his calm presence, and his ability and the way he shows his teammates that he can win no matter what. And he doesn't collapse on every little mistake. It doesn't bother him. He just gets back up and goes on to the next play. And that's what you got to value in a guy like Russell Wilson. And when you look at him, he looks young. He's in great shape. He wants to be here. And he's going to take a discount to be here, guys. And I know people don't think that either. What more does he need to do in terms of financial gains? The man is ultra freaking wealthy. Is he going to play for free? No. Is he going to play on some super discounted deal? No, but he's going to give a discount. Why? Because he cares about winning and he wants to cement his legacy. And the only reason he came to Pittsburgh was for a chance to play with a quality defense and good special teams and under a good coach and a chance to win a Lombardi. That was it. He didn't come here for money. He didn't come here for a chance to make more money eventually after the Denver Broncos pay him $40 million this year. He didn't come here for any of that shit. He came here for only one reason. He's laser focused on catching a trophy, and that is what you got to love about Russell Wilson, and that's why you might need to ride with him here for 2 or 3 seasons. And I think it would behoove the Pittsburgh Steelers to possibly do that. Who knows? You might catch lightning in a bottle and rip off a couple Lombardi runs. You might. You just might. Good question. Thanks again, little Yaya, for the super chat. Truly appreciate that very, very much. Jeez, another super chat. Thank you, little Yaya. That's absolutely amazing. Everybody give it up for little Yaya with another super chat. We love it here on the channel. Thank you again. Definitely appreciate it. Another thing is, we've been rebuilding since 2019, and nobody understands how hard it is to win with less talent on a team. Mike T is a GOAT coach. This is it. I don't think the Steelers have ever truly had to have a tear down rebuild. I don't think that that's the case because I think they've stayed competitive with Tomlin and what they've been able to do in terms of the draft. I think that they've had some key positions, though, missing that have hindered the process of being back to the top upper echelons. One being the quarterback position. It's an absolute must. And the offensive line hasn't been up to snuff either. So definitely now that they're starting to get that young talent along that offensive front, now that they're starting to get that veteran leadership by Russell Wilson, combined with Mike Tomlin and this coaching staff, I think it's starting to become a very lethal combination, and one in which, again, you might be striking lightning in a bottle. It's something that you might have to just hold on to for a couple seasons here, because I really, really, truly feel the Steelers have a golden opportunity sitting right in front of their faces, my friends, and they can't let it pass them by. They cannot let it pass them by. This is an opportunity again for Russell Wilson, one in which he probably will never get again if he goes anywhere else. And that's just facts. And he understands that too. And I think Russell Wilson and Mike Tomlin just fit together. They just fit. They get along. And that matters. Because Russell Wilson didn't get along with Sean Payton. The headbutting was visible. And it didn't work out there. And you saw what happened. And people overblew that situation, talking about Russ was washed. He didn't play bad in Denver, dude. He didn't get along with the coach. That's what happened. He wasn't Sean Payton's guy. Is what it is. But thank you, little Yaya, for the chats, for the super chats. We truly, truly appreciate that here at the channel. But thank you guys again. Another way you can support our channel is through super chats. Thank you so very much. And also by hitting that, double tapping that screen, giving us that like here on Steel City Live. We're going to start wrapping it up, guys. I forgot we are about at an hour, so Jason doesn't go too far after an hour. But again, make sure you are back Sunday, pre and post game, for what is hopefully a very awesome day in terms of Steelers football. A day in which we are celebrating that double-digit win hit, man, where we're getting to that 10th win. And again, if you're not excited right now, if you're not coming out of your seat every time you think of this football team, you are, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. It's December football, baby. It's December freaking football. Flag. Oh, shit, I just hit my window with the flag, and it's got BBs in it. Thank God it didn't break, and it's ice cold outside. That's deadly. But anyway, what up, Sean? We're about to close it down, but there's Sean, guys. He'll be back into hizzy for Steel City Live. All right, guys, I got to go. It's too exciting. We'll be back tomorrow. We're taking your score predictions tomorrow here on Steel City Live. Come with your score predictions. Think about it tonight. Watch that Browns film. Come with your score predictions, ready to roll. Sean and I will be on Sunday. I'll be on tomorrow night. And Fuck it. We'll go Saturday too. Why? Because it's December football, baby, and shit matters right now. So we'll come on Saturday also. We'll be back for Steel City Live Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Every damn day. We'll be here. But again, thank you. And we'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget to catch that daily upload in the morning. I need to see those views skyrocket. And get those likes on that daily upload also. And we will be back hopefully around 7 o'clock tomorrow. That's when we want to hit that sweet spot. But if you're not, turn on that notification bell because that will always give you the ins and outs of what time things are starting. That's usually between 7 and 8 o'clock. And also, go onto Facebook. Follow us on Mic Drop Sports. Follow our page there. We're trying to build that up. We just started it not long ago. I just post the little things on there. I'm going to start posting more onto Facebook. Also, go get on Twitter, on X, and give us a like and follow there on X. And I usually post during the game. So I don't do it every game, but a lot of the times I do. So if you like some Steelers hot takes during the game, make sure you're following me on X and come and join the fun in the conversation at Mic Drop Sports. So until tomorrow, I'm Jason, and this is the best damn sports show in America, in the fucking world, baby. Mic Drop Sports, Steel City Live. Peace, my friends.